What makes LeBron special? You told the story about him and his leadership post Kobe. After that, through this run, when did you say like this guy's a bad man in a great way? Like bad man meaning good man.
Just watching him work, like in practice. I mean, it doesn't. It's hard to comprehend
His age.
what he does. Yeah, at his age, and that he's hungry for it, and that he works so hard because there's no shortcuts for this guy.
It's Kobe-esque.
Yeah, but in a different way. Like he's just. I mean, he's his physique. He's like a train.
Yeah.
Like he's just so strong. You can't stop him. If I saw him coming at me, I'd be like, "Oh my God, scream!" It'd be so scary.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what 90% of the league says.
Exactly.
Oh, he's
Get
so
out of his
scary.
way.
Now, the atmosphere inside when they had like the fans and the fake fans, and you know what I mean? How was that? Had to be almost like a practice.
It was bizarre.
Because when we were playing our games, we played in empty stadiums. And I remember playing in Seattle, and it reminded me of high school football when you were scrimmaging against another team because we could hear them making their calls. You could hear their coaches on the sideline. You could never hear any of that. It was just like all you heard was like the love of the game, which there was something special about that. Mm-hmm. Was it like that for basketball? All you hear is just
yes.
That's all you hear because there's no surrounding noise.
Yep.
So you guys have it in the bag. You have your second best outfit.
Yep.
Did you have something prepared for afterwards to say to the team?
Yeah, I had my speech and written out, and
That's your Super Bowl.
yeah, so like it was really important to me to get that right because that's what the governor does. And if you notice in my speech, I talk about the fans and how it was really for them and that we were going to bring the trophy back to LA where it belongs. And so now I'm done with my speech. And normally the commissioner would hand you the trophy, right? But we were like, everybody was like 8 feet apart. So that part didn't happen. And I didn't want to walk over and pick up the trophy myself. And I said to the players, that's your trophy. You pick it up. Like, I'm not going to hand it to you. Like, I don't need the photo of me holding the trophy. So if you notice, I never hold the trophy. I walk over to the team and LeBron comes over and hugs me and whispers in my ear, I told you we would do this. This was our goal and we did it. Like, enjoy this moment. And that was really, he's done it a few times.
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
had better practice at it than I did.
It's something different though when you're a Laker. I mean, it's the Lakers.
Yeah.
There's the Celtics, Lakers. That's basketball.
Yeah. So now, like, we win 17. Now we're tied with Boston.
Tied.
In terms of championships, but then they went and won number 18 before we did. So
we'll get there.
You guys, two more.
It'll get there. So the clock hits 0.
Lakers win 106-93.
Clock hits 0. First thing you think about?
Do I go over and give Pat Riley a hug?
Oh.
And I didn't. I mean, I felt bad. I didn't. It's hard. It's hard to lose. Yeah.
You talked about it, about sport being so much about relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the relationship that you've had with Pat Riley and the success that you guys, those memories to see after the game, in between the lines during the game, everyone, we want to kill you. But the aftermath, like, that's when you appreciate your competitor and that real human side comes where you're like, oh man. But it was, did you hug him?
No, I did not hug him,
Didn't?
and I felt bad. But
It was still kind of weird to hug people then.
yes, and we were all still wearing
Yeah.
masks until we got down.
I was
on
just
the
thinking
court.
about when you talk about LeBron hugging you. I was like, man, people probably got so scared about that during COVID. Like, people touching.
But just recently, I had the wonderful opportunity to be on a Zoom call with a bunch of our former Showtime players and surprise Pat Riley with the announcement our next statue is going to be Pat Riley that we're going to have at Crypto.
Let's
Arena.
go.
Yeah, so we're in good,
You guys-
our relationship is still great.
That statue garden, by the way.
It's cool, right?
I mean, that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
What's the threshold to getting a statue?
There really isn't yet, but like Pat Riley,
Slick, but you gotta have,
he's
gotta have
like
Pat.
so cool. Yeah, people want to see it.
Let's put a bow on this game.
So, as we mentioned, the Lakers won their 17th NBA championship. This is the 11th for the Buss family and first for Jeanie as control as governor. And the Celtics have won 5 since the Buss took over. So everyone likes to do Celtics, Lakers, but 5-11. Let's go.
He's from Boston too.
Yeah, but I'm a hockey guy. You don't want to hear what I think.
Okay. Thank you.
And this was the longest season of NBA history, 377 days.
Much needed though. We needed this because there was no entertainment. Everyone was so bored out of all the same streaming stuff. That's what's awesome about sport. Brings people together.
There's only so much Tiger King you can watch. LeBron James won Finals MVP and got his 4th ring and moved to first in career playoff games with 260. The Lakers and the Dodgers both won a championship this year. And then in 2024, LA hired JJ Redick as head coach.
That's the aftermath.
And so I was the first female governor to win a championship.
Let's freaking go.
And my first thought was, who's going to be the next? Who's going to be the next? I mean, it's
Her first thought, who's going to be the next? And you're also the first female and first owner in general to win the in-season tournament ever.
Yeah.
That'll go down.
Thank you. That was cool too.
Let's score this game. So the last thing before everything, we score the game and we see where it stands on all the games that we've done, because the reason for this show is to determine what's the greatest game of all time. Let's name the game. The Banner 17 game. These are some that we came up with. If you have a name that you want to name the game, you can name it as well. South Beach versus Sunset. The Bubble Banner. Bubblicious. Ballin' in the Bubble. La Bubble Championship. Or anyone that you have that comes up to your mind.
It's like Banner 17. Like
Banner 17.
We still call it that.
Banner 17. Yeah. Let's score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Stakes, Jeanie. 0 to 10. Decimals okay. Stakes of this game 6 game to cap off the championship. The stakes of this
I would say it's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
I'd say like 9 too. Because this was like a needed thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just saying, for like the world, this like basketball was like the only thing we had going.
Yeah.
Only thing we had, and fighting.
Yeah.
You know?
Jack had an 8.1. I had an 8.0.
Star power of this 0 to 10 decimals. Okay.
9.5.
9.5. I'm gonna go with an 8.8 because they didn't have the fans and the star power of the
Right.
Lakers. Does Jack Nicholson have to pay for his courtside seats?
No.
What's a fun Jack story? There's got to be one fun Jack story.
Well, let's put it this way. There's a reason we have him sitting next to the visiting bench, because they just never know if he's going to be the Jack from The Shining. He's a little
Here's
intimidating.
Johnny.
Exactly.
Awesome. Gameplay of the
Jack
game.
had an 8.7. I had a 7.8. Gameplay.
0 to 10 decimals. Okay.
I would say an 8.
It's an integrity type score because it was blowing out, then they came back. I'm going to go 7.2.
Jack had a 6.5. I had a 6.1.
And then lastly, we grade the name of the game, Banner 17.
10.
10.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a 9. Because we all know what it, like the culture of relevance, everyone knows Banner 17.
Jack at 8.5. I had a 6.3.
What's it come up to?
An 8.17.
Where does it stand on the list?
That puts us right here, 26th, just below the Shrug game, 1992 NBA Finals, Game 1, Blazers versus Bulls, and just above the Millennium Wave.
With Larry
with
Hamilton. You remember the Millennium Wave?
No.
It was on Time Magazine.
You mean just the wave that he was riding?
Yeah, it was like the biggest.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The heaviest wave
It was
of
the
all
heaviest
time.
wave of all time.
Yeah, that's
you know Laird,
great.
probably. He's
Oh yeah,
in LA.
I do. Yeah, I do. And that, like, I love that. Then is that what? Like, who came up with that name? Did you guys come up with that
The
name?
Millennium Wave?
Yeah.
I think Time did.
We wanted him on the show because he's awesome.
No, he's amazing. So, did you give him other suggestions?
We did.
We Googled some stuff, and because he's not a competitive surfer, he's like against the ocean. We like looked up, and then we found this thing like the Millennium Wave, and we looked into it. It was like in 2000, he rode this crazy wave that was like the heaviest wave.
So
of
we
all
broke
time.
down the wave when we were breaking down the game.
Yeah.
And then we broke down the surfer of Laird and his resume of the other waves that he surfed. But this wave is taking lives.
Yeah.
Can I find this list somewhere?
Yes.
I got to go through this.
It's brand new. We can send it to you, but it's actually
Yeah,
now
send
live.
it to me. I mean, honestly, this is amazing.
We've had some fun.
Little Patriots heavy if you look up to the top.
Of course.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is completely. There's no bias in any of this. I don't know what you're talking about.